సౌండే లేదు మీది. సౌండ్ రా.
Hello, can you hear me, guys? Hello, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good evening. Good evening, guys. Okay. Okay, good. So yesterday, what we discussed? Can anyone remember? So yesterday, what we discussed, guys? We discussed about what is testing, right? Can anyone tell me what is testing? Anyone?
Applications,
Yeah.
whether it is working or not, client requirements.
Okay, you can tell in the okay, good. So you need to tell whether the application is working according to the client requirements or not. Okay, because
Okay, sir.
so you need to complete sentence. Okay, so you need to tell check whether the application is working according to the client requirements or not. Good. So for what reason we are doing the testing? For what purpose we are doing the testing? Anybody?
For the quality purpose.
Yes, good. Quality purpose. Good. How you define the quality?
Checking the requirement with the clients according to that.
Yes. Justification of all the requirements, right? What are the requirements is given by them, right? We need to cover all the requirements. If you covered all the requirements, means definitely you will get what? Quality product.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, yesterday we discussed those things, right? What is the differences between manual testing and automation testing, guys? Anybody? Automation testing means what and manual testing means what? Can anyone? I will ask everyday questions, guys. Every day I will ask the questions. Okay, so please prepare well. So what is manual testing and what is automation testing? Can anyone?
Manual testing is without using the script, and automation testing is we have to use the script and tools.
Yes, absolutely. Good sound. Excellent. So you have some idea, right? Manual testing means so we are not using any script or we are not using any tools. Okay, just we are opening, like we are entering all the things. Like say I'm opening Amazon site, okay, and I'm clicking the enter button. I'm entering the URL and I'm clicking the enter button. So these kind of testing we can call it as what? Manual testing. So automation testing means we need to use some tools or some script. We need to write the scripts. Understanding, right? Based on that support, we can work with the automation. Okay, so that is one of the most important one. Okay. Okay, let's see, today's session is one of the most important one. So please don't by heart, try to understand the concepts. Okay. Yeah, yesterday we discussed, right, need for a software testing. Okay, really you want to go for a software testing side, what you need to remember always, whether we are delivering the quality software product or not. Always you need to check whether we are delivering the quality product or not. Okay, satisfy the user requirements. Okay, always you need to check things like a end user perspective, and user always need to accept your application. Okay, making the software is more reliable. Reliable means we already discussed, right? Reliable means what? User friendly. Always you need to check whether your application is what? User friendly or not. Okay, reducing the maintenance cost. Always remember what are the applications you've done, right? Reduce the maintenance cost. What is maintenance cost? See, after releasing the product, too many issues, you are getting too many issues, right? Then it will be again the development and testing, again it's get into a lot of cost. Okay, so to reduce the maintenance cost, always you need to check this one also, one of the most important one, to reduce the maintenance cost. And avoiding the customer dissatisfaction. This everyone knows, right? What are the product will buy by the customer? He need to always happy and he always need your services. Okay, but once the customer is buying the product, he is not able to access, he is not able to work with that application means, then no one will buy that product again, right? So always you need to check that avoiding the customer dissatisfaction. So that's the reason they always take the feedback from the end users. Okay, for every product they will take the feedback from the end users. Okay, what is the advantages of testing? Yesterday we discussed, right? For what reason we are doing the testing with the quality product. Always why we are doing the testing. Without testing also we can release the product in the market, but what will happen without testing? Too many bugs, too many issues, might be it will work, might be it not be work, so no one will buy that product, right? So that's the reason quality is very important. So that's the reason we are doing the testing. The quality of the product, client satisfaction, client is happy means we'll get a more business, and we can also say bug free product. Yesterday we discussed, right? Can we do 100% of testing? Is it possible? Can we do 100% of testing, guys? Yes or no?
No.
No, we cannot do 100% of testing. It's not possible. Okay. And testing call, guys, can you put mute your side? Okay, good. Thank you. So testing qualities. See, I told you, right? One of the most important one, testing qualities. No compromise on the quality. Whatever the issue you observe, you need to report. Even though it is a spelling mistake or comma or a full stop, whatever. If you observe any issue on while you are doing the testing, you need to report. Don't think about too much, and don't think about whether it is very silly issue or a critical issue. Whatever the issue you observe in the application, you need to report. That is your job. Okay, so you cannot say that it's very silly issue, why should I need to report? Don't think like that, because the silly issues makes biggest problems. Okay, so what are the issue you observe? Like there is a spelling mistake, you need to report. There is comma is not there, you need to report. Full stop is not there, you need to report. So no compromise on the quality. If you compromise on the quality means will not get the quality product. So that's the reason testing team never compromise on that. Okay, so continuously you need to test until unless you will get the quality product. Okay, so that's one of the most important one. And what is negative testing and positive testing? Anyone knows what is negative testing and what is positive testing? Anyone? What is positive testing and what is negative testing? Anyone? What is positive testing, guys, and what is negative testing? Just guess and tell what is positive testing and what is negative testing. Okay, no issues. So positive testing. Okay, so there is a username will be there. Generally, what is that? Username will be there, and every login we saw the same thing, right? And password will be there, right? So what is the positive testing here? Can anyone guess what is the positive testing here? Anyone guess what is the positive testing here?
Whether the username or password correct or not.
Yes, absolutely.
Invalid
Guys,
data.
yes, correct. Guys, please participate. See, I told you, right? Communication. If you have a 60% communication, you already selected. Okay, if you are not speak, if you are not communicate, means then it's a very biggest problem. Understanding, right? In testing, mainly the communication is very important. I'm not telling that talking in English only. You can speak, you can talk, whether it is right or wrong, that is the secondary, but you need to speak, you need to talk, you need to interact. That is very important, guys. Okay, I can complete my course within 25 days. Don't worry, you can also complete 25 days only class, but it's not be like that. You need to communicate, you need to understand what is going on, you need to discuss. That is very important. So that's the reason every day whenever the class is started, right, I will ask the questions. Every day I will ask the same questions, because I want to speak everyone, I want to participate at everyone. So in case in interview also someone is asked you suddenly what for what purpose you are doing the testing, means you no need to recollect or no need to write any notes. Simply you can say that for the quality purpose we are doing the testing. What is testing? You can say that whether the application is checking, whether it is working according to the client requirements or not. Understanding, right? So that's the reason every day I will ask the questions, you need to participate. Okay, positive testing means what? Everyone knows, right? Valid. valid username and valid password. So this is called as positive testing. Okay, and what is valid username and valid password? So this is commonly we will do the testing, right? So but what is negative testing? What is meaning of negative testing? Negative testing means what is meaning of negative testing? So this is what my testing. I can give the valid username, valid password, and I click the submit button. If I click the submit button, I will see the home page. This is what generally we can call it as what positive testing. What about negative testing? What is meaning of negative testing? Invalid username. I'm giving what? Invalid username. Here also I'm giving what? Invalid password. Invalid password. So here it should not allow to click the submit button. If you click the submit button, what message should come? Please enter the correct username and correct password. That message should be come. That is what validation messages. Okay, so you need to check the validations. You need to check. So generally what kind of testing you will do? You are giving enter username, enter password, you are giving only that one, but you need to do what? Both kind of testing, like positive testing, and also you need to check the negative testing also. Why we need to do the negative testing? Suppose end user is not giving valid username, end user is not giving the valid password, but still he is able to log in. That's a big bug, right? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? So this is very, very important, guys. Positive testing and negative testing. Phone number, taking an example of phone number. So what is the positive testing here and what is negative testing here? Positive testing means what? Can anyone tell me what is positive testing of for phone number?
Within minute we'll give phone number. If you didn't give within like 10 digit, it will take as wrong number.
Yes.
That.
So positive testing is what? 10-digit number we need to give for the phone number. So if you are giving invalid number or 9 numbers or 8 numbers, it should not allow. This is what negative testing. This is what positive testing. Understanding, right? Valid or invalid. Understanding, right? So you need to check the both things. No one will tell you while you are doing the testing, hey, please do the positive testing, please do the negative testing. No one will tell you. As a tester, you need to remember all these things while you are doing the testing. If you go for automation also, you need to write the script like that. Positive testing and negative testing condition. If condition you need to write, and you need to check whether it is allowing the 10-digit or it is allowing in the 9-digit. In case if they are entering the 9-digit, it will show the message, please enter the 10-digit number. So that is what validation message. Understanding, right? So like this way you need to do the testing. Okay, not only finding the bugs, guys, forget about bugs. You can, if you understand the concept, I told you, right, you find more and more bugs. You don't know what exactly the functionality, then how you will test that one. In the real time, there is no user ID, there is no password, there is no phone number. There are critical functionality will be there. First of all, you need to understand the domain. Domain means what? Amazon is what? E-commerce. E-commerce domain, you need to understand how it will works. In banking is one domain. How you need to understand how banking application will work. If you understand insurance application, how it will work. So domain is different domains will be there. Based on the domain, you need to understand the functional flow of the application. If you don't know the functional flow of the application, you cannot test manually, you cannot test automation also. Understanding, right? First of all, you need to understand the functional flow of the application. So that's the reason when you are selected any organization, right, there will give you KT. What is called KT, guys? Anybody? What is KT?
Knowledge transfer.
Knowledge transfer.
Yes, correct. Absolutely correct. Knowledge transfer. So when you selected, right, they won't give immediately the day one, do the testing. They won't give like that. There is some process will be there. So onboard process. Onboard means what? They will give you 15 days of training. Training means what? They will give you KT. KT means what? Your colleague will explain you what is the application, what they will do, each and everything. They will explain you each and everything. Once it is done, you get some confidence, then they will slowly give the assign one task like that. They will assign like that. Understanding, right? So this is one of the most important one. What is positive testing and what is negative testing? Okay, let's see the real example. See here, if I give the both are positive values, okay, admin or I'm giving the password, okay. If I click the login button, what is happening here? I'm able to see the dashboard page. So it is both are I'm giving what valid username and valid password. Suppose if I give the invalid password, invalid username, see I'm giving what ABC. Okay, here also I'm giving what ABC. Okay, A or I'm giving A. Okay, now I'm trying to click the login button. Now I'm trying to click the login button. See, it should not allow. What is it saying? Incorrect user ID or password. See, this message you need to test. Understanding, right? So this is one of the most important ones. Simply people are what they will do. They will give a developer is set username, developer is set password. Always they will go with the developer mode. So don't go with the developer mode. Developer will tell many things. Yes, we need to listen to the developer, and also you need to do what negative testing also. What is the negative testing? Give the invalid username, invalid password, and click on the login button. It should not allow. In case it is allowing means what? It is a defect.
Bug.
Understanding, right? Yeah, it's a bug. You can tell very with high sound. You can tell that one because it's a bug. Definitely, it's a bug.
Bug.
It should not allow. Yes. So that is one of the most important, guys. Positive testing and negative thinking. Always you need to. But remember, what kind of testing you will do first? Negative testing or a positive testing? Interview question. What kind of testing you will do? You will do the positive testing is the first or negative testing is the first? What is your
Positive,
answer?
positive, positive
Yeah.
testing.
Yes, yeah, positive testing. Don't do always negative. First, you need to check the positive testing. Okay, so whenever you do the positive testing, right, it is working as expected. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now you can do what negative testing also you need to check. Okay, you need to test with the negative testing also. But remember, always you need to do what first positive testing only you need to do. Okay, next negative testing you need to do. Understanding, right? So don't do the first as a negative testing. Okay, good. And analytical skills, see, thinking is one of the most important one in the testing. Okay, you need to think what is the expected result. Sometimes they won't give the requirement, so you cannot stop at that time of testing, right? You can think what is the expected result. If I go like this process, what is the expected result? So analytical skills like thinking, and you need to analyze the things. Okay, that is one of the most important in testing. And finally, I can tell you one thing, patience is required. You cannot get the results immediately. Immediately, you cannot say it's a bug. You need to do some, you need to do some, what you need to follow the steps, and you need to follow the each and every requirement, and then only you will get the output. Understanding, right? In that case, the patience is very important. Okay, you need to build the environment. Environment means setup. You need to make a good setup for the testing. Sometimes the environment is not ready. You need to prepare that one. So in that case, you will have a lot of patience is required. Okay, you cannot expect immediately the results. And one more thing I want to tell you, communication and returning skills. This is one of the most important one, guys. If you completed manual, Java, Selenium, Python, whatever it may be, what are the courses is available in the market? If you completed all the courses, if you are not communicating properly, or if you are not writing the returning skills, means you will not be selected. In case you are selected also, you will be faced lot of problems. So communication is one of the most important one. 60% is required the communication. Again and again I'm telling, communication means not only in English. What are the language you are speaking, the other person will understand or not. That is enough. Okay, I'm not telling that you need to speak like a foreign English, or not required all the things. Okay, simple English you can speak. What you know that you can speak. Okay, whether it is butler English or it is not in proper way, also not a problem. No one will appreciate with that, and no one will complain on that. You can speak. First one is what you need to speak, you need to talk. Understanding, right? Because what are the steps you follow, you need to explain to the development team. You need to explain to the teammates. All the teammates will be there. You need to explain them what you did. Sometimes you need to give the reverse KT. What is meaning of reverse KT? Reverse KT means what? You need to give the KT to all of them, what you learn in the KT sessions. Understanding, right? So this is one of the most important one. Please guys, you need to speak, you need to talk. Okay, let them laugh. If your English is not good, the people are laughing, let them laugh, because don't worry about others. Okay, they will not give the salaries, they won't give anything to you. So please think about yourself, forget about others. He's smiling, they are laughing, that's all we done. We did all the things, we already done that part. Okay, now we are very serious about the job. Once you get into the job, everything will comes with you. Okay, don't worry about that also. Understanding, right? But you need to speak, you need to talk. First interview question, you know what is your first interview question? Can you introduce yourself? Can you tell me what is your roles and responsibilities? They won't ask directly what is testing. So first question of your interview, you can go any job, not into software, you can go with any job. The first question is what? Can you introduce yourself? You need to tell about yourself, and what is your roles and what is your responsibilities. You need to explain them. So my suggestion is what? Please talk, please communicate, please speak. Okay. So one of the most important one is what? Communication and retaining skills. And technical skills is required. Okay, only manual means you will not survive, right? Some technical skills, if you know Python, you can start learn Python. If you know Java, you can start learn Java. If you know Linux, you can start learn the Linux. Okay, not all the things you cannot learn. Okay, what you like, you just start parallelly when you get some time, right? Free time, right? You need to start learning with that also. If you are good in cloud, you can start learning the cloud technology. What is cloud? What are the cloud technologies is available? Azure, AWS, GCP. So there are a lot of cloud will be there. What is cloud? So you cannot learn all the things, just basic knowledge. If you have an interested on that area, just go with articles or check with a lot of videos is available in YouTube and all the things. Just have a look into that. Okay, some technical skills is required, and analytical skills, just now we discussed, right? You need have some thinking, passion. First of all, you need to love the job. The other, my friend got job, I'm also joining means no, it's not a good one. First you need to love your job. Yes, I want to go with the testing side, I want to prove myself. So that's the reason I'm getting in this area. So first of all, whatever the job, I'm not talking about testing, you can go with the development side or you can go with any job. First of all, you need to like your job, then only everything will get easy. Okay, you are forcefully working on that means you will not get the results. Okay, passion means what? Yes, I want to get into at any cost in the testing side, I want to be get into this job. First of all, you need put into on this mind on the this word. Understanding, right? This is one of the most important one. Attitude is also one of the important, body language. Okay, see, the developer is not accepting your defect. Developer is saying that it is not a defect, then how you face that one? How you did you accept it with the developer, and what you will do? You are reporting the issue, but the developer is not accepting. So in that case, what you will do? Anyone?
The tone of voice is very important to convince them.
He is not convinced. He is not convinced what you are saying. All the things in that situation, what you will do?
We have to tell the upper level manager or whoever is resources available.
Yeah, that's we do that. One more will be there. Proof of screenshot, or what are you see when are you when you are find any defect, right? What you need to do? You need to take a screenshot. Screenshot is one of the most important one, right? So when you take a screenshot, so that is what the proof. Now I'm telling you, people are not listening. Okay, then what I need to do? I can show that in the screenshot, or what I got that issue, right? I can tell you. Then everyone will be accepted, right? So the screenshots are very very important, and you need to convince to the developer. And you, yeah, what you said is absolutely correct. If the developer is not accepting means what we need to do? We need to go to your lead and we need to explain them, and we need to tag them. But always you need have some proper proof is nothing but what? A screenshot. So whenever you find any defect, what you need to do? Immediately you need to take a screenshot. You know, right, how to take the screenshot, everyone? print screen. If you click the print screen on your laptop, okay, or you can, some tools will be there. You just take the print and you can copy into the Word document. Understanding, right? So that is one of the most important. And finally, I want to say one thing: productivity, guys. Whatever the work you done, make sure that should be a productivity. Productivity means what? You need to save the time. You need to see, I'm spending 18 hours. What is the results of spending of 18 hours? What is the result? Results are very, very important. So productivity, they will check always. Your organization people are check with what is the productivity with that person. I'm not getting hike, I'm not getting salaries, not increases. These all what? They will check your capabilities, they will check all your skills and all the things, it will be depend. You are more productivity person, you are more dependent person. So organization never lose you. What are your demands, they will give you. Understanding, right? So productivity is one of the most important one. So you need to have some productivity. What are the things you done? You need to give the quality results. Understanding, right? And finally, we discuss communication is very, very important. This all will belongs to what? A good software tester. Technical skills, analytical skills, attitude, passion, productivity, and communication skills. Okay. So that is one of the most important one. Today's session. Okay. Today's what we discuss. There are two types of testing. Okay. One of the most important interview question, guys, this one. Before we go that, we will see what is testing. To ensure. To ensure means what? Make sure that whether the application is working as per the requirements or not. So they will provide the requirements. Based on the requirements, the application is working correctly or not, we need to test. The software testing is a process. See, you can tell like this also. The software testing is a process of verification whether the project will be acceptable to the end user or not. Finally, who need to accept your application? End users. If end user is rejected, what are the software will come in the market? No one will use that. Understanding, right? So end user, always you need to think like end user perspective. Okay, there are two types of testing, guys. One is what? Structural testing, another is what? Functional testing. So who will do the structural testing? Who will do the functional testing? Let's see. One of the basic questions in interview: what is white box testing and what is black box testing? Okay, let's see who will do this structural testing and functional testing. Guys, can you put mute your side, Anisha? Okay, so white box testing, let's see who will do the white box testing. Thank you. The testing is based on the knowledge of internal logic of application code. See, it's very clearly mentioned. If you know the internal logic of the code, then what kind of testing you can do? White box testing. Who knows the internal logic? Can anyone tell me who knows the internal logic? Developer or tester? Who knows the code?
Developer.
Developer. Yes, correct.
Developer.
What you said is, yeah, correct. Developer. So this kind of testing, white box testing, is done by
Developer.
developer. Understanding, right? So the testing is based on knowledge of internal logic of application code. If you know the internal logic of the code, then what kind of testing you can do? White box testing. Yes. So you know, right? Who knows that code? Developers, right? So that's the reason we can say that white box testing is done by the developers. Internal software and code working should be known for this type of testing. If you want to do a white box testing, what do you need to know? You need to know the code. You need to know the code, and you need to know the internal software. Then only you can do the white box testing. The test based on the coverages of what? Code statement, branches, path, and condition. So the developer is always check the testing with the statements, or what are the code statements, what are the branches and path and conditions. Don't worry, we are never involved here, but I'm just telling who will do the white box testing. Who will do the white box testing? Simply you can say that who knows the internal logic of the application code. Who knows the code? You know, right? Who knows the code? Developer. So developers will do what? White box testing. Why we are calling as it's a white box? I can call it as any name, right? Why we are calling as it's white box? Anybody?
Because it is transparent.
Yes, absolutely correct. What you said is absolutely correct. Good. So transparent, right? I can see the developer can able to see the code. See here, I'm able to see the code. This is method, this is the class, whatever it may be. Okay, I'm able to see the code. So that's the reason we can call it as what? It's a white box. It's a name. We can call it as a clear box. It's a call it as an open box or a transparent box. Any, see, in interview might be they will ask any name. What is transparent box? Though you will not be get confused. What is transparent box? Means you are able to see the code. So you can say that the transparent box is nothing but what? A white box. It's a clear box. It's an open box. So, and there are many names. Okay. So developer will see the code. That's the reason we are calling as it's a white box testing. Developer can see the code. So that's the reason we can call it as what? It's a white box. Generally, we can call it as what? Unit testing. This is one of the most important. We can call it as what? Unit testing, or we can call it as a component testing belongings to what? White box testing. Now, question for you guys. Tell me, think and tell me. We already there. Testing team is already there, right? For doing the testing. Then why developer need to do test again? Little bit confused right here. Why the developer need to do the testing? We already there, right? Testing team is already there. Then why we are saying that white box testing is done by the developers? So why actually why the developer need to do the testing? Is it required? Is it necessary? What is your answer for this one? Is it required?
It is required since because the developer only knows the code, but we don't know the code. Maybe if it has some errors, he is the one who can going to fix that.
Absolutely good. Correct. What you said is absolutely correct. Yes, this is what we are expecting in interviews. Not my definitions. What are the notes is given, right? Not that definitions. That should come from your end. Yes, absolutely, it is correct. He knows the code. At least one time he need to check whether my code is working properly or not before I'm sending to the QA team. So yes, I'm writing the code. The code I need to check at least one time, right? As I'm having a lot of experience, but if I'm not checked my code, I'm sending directly to the QA, means the QA is rejecting. This is not working. This is not working. So what is happening again? There are a lot of rework will be happen, and this is not working properly because the development team is not checking once they written the code. So unit level testing is mandatory. Mandatory means the compulsory. The developer need to check at least one time what they written the code is working properly or not before they send to the QA team. Understanding, right? So at least one time, see, if you know the code, yes, the code, maybe your confidence and all the things might be syntax errors will be you miss something and while writing the code and all the things, right? So you cannot directly send to that code to the QA. So until unless you need to do what? Unit level testing. So unit level testing is compulsory. The developer need to do what? Unit level testing. So they need to test at least one time from their end whether my code is working properly or not before they're sending to whom? To the QA team. Excellent. What you said is correct. Is it clear, right, for everyone? Are you guys understanding why they need to do the white box testing? Because they need to check whether the code is working properly or not before they're sending to what? QA. Is it clear, guys? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, good. So this is what you need to learn. There are people are reading. There are two types of testing: white box, black box. Don't read like that. Try to understand why white box testing is required. Because as a developer, he knows the internal logic of the code. He can see the code. He need to do the white box testing because whether this code is working properly or not before they're sending to the QA. So this is mandatory. So white box testing is always done by the development team. So white box testing is also known as, I told you, right? Clear box. Yes, I'm able to see the code. Open box. Yes, I'm able to see the code. Glass box. Yes, I'm able to see the code. Transparent box. Yes, I'm able to see the code. So that's the reason There are many names, so don't confuse. What is structural testing? What is clear box testing? What is open box testing? What is glass box testing? What is transparent testing? All are belongings to what? White box testing. Understanding, right? So first listen what question is coming from the interview. Okay, don't answer it. Okay, I'm asking white box testing, I'm not asking black box testing, right? You are started, there are two types, white box and black box. Don't answer like that. If you answer like that, they will reject you. First listen what the person is asking the question in the interview. Can you define what is white box? I'm asking only white box, but you are telling black box also. If you tell correctly means that is not a problem, but if you tell any wrong on the white box or a black box means the question will be going on the same what you did the mistake. They will ask many more and more questions. So interview also there are some techniques will be there, you need to follow the techniques. Understanding, right? What the question is asking the interview person, just answer for that only. Don't give more explanation, don't give less explanation, and don't tell more and more and more. Okay, simply what you have in your mind and what you want to express in that interview, you just give that sentence. Okay, so white box testing is done by the developers because they know the internal logic of the code, and before they sending to the QA they need to check at least whether at least one time whether the code is working properly or not. That's it. Okay, so white box testing there also follow some techniques, don't worry. Okay, control flow we are not involved, okay, but developer will follow all these techniques: control flow testing, data flow testing, branch testing, path testing, statement coverage, and decision coverage. So see, developer will take care of all these things. Okay, before they sending code to the QA, they will check control flow of the testing, data flow of the testing, branch testing, path testing, and statement coverage and decision coverage. So the developer will take care of all these things, okay, before they're sending to the QA. And now one of the most important one, black box testing. Why we can call it as it's a black box? Anyone answer for this one? Why we are calling it a black box? I can call it as any other name, right? But why I'm calling it a black box? Anybody? Why
Because we
I'm
cannot
calling it?
see source code.
Absolutely. What else you want? That's correct.
Yeah.
Because we are not see the code. Excellent. We are not see the code. We never see the code. Understanding, right? They won't give the, suppose you got selected in Amazon means they won't give the Amazon application, the Amazon code to you. Okay, that is source code. That's excellent. So they won't provide the source code to you. They will give only application. You need to test this one. Because if you know the code means you can develop the application, right? We don't know the code, so we never see the code. Understanding, right? So that's the reason they will call it as what? Black box testing. We never see the code, so that's the reason we can test any kind of application. I can test the network application, I can test the database application, I can test the any kind of application. I'm least bother about the code because I'm not writing the code, I'm not see the code. But I can test any kind of application, any kind of application I can test. That is what beauty of testing. But now tell me how I will do the testing without knowing of code. Can anyone? Without knowing of the code, how I will test that application? What is your answer there? I don't know the code, then how I will test that application?
There is no need to know the code because we are not code developers. So once they are given to us, we have to test whether the requirements or functionality is proper or not.
Absolutely. See, the testing team, correct. The testing team is always based on what? Requirements. What is the testing definition? Whether the application is working according to the given requirements or not. See how it connectivity. It's very easy, guys, to learn. It's very easy. I'm telling, right? You can put 5 years also experience. Take a risk and get into the job. Not a problem. That's it. See, many people are working, guys. You need have some. You need to strongly. You need to believe yourself. Only one thing. You can believe yourself only. Strongly, you need to believe. You can do anything. It's very easy to learn and easy to get into the job also. How we are doing the testing without coding? Yes, the testers are based on, we always based on what? Requirements. and functionality. What is meaning of functionality? What is meaning of functionality? If both are valid only, then only I can click the login button. So this is what login functionality. All the functionalities are not same. There are a lot of functionality. What is logout functionality? Anybody? What is logout functionality? What is meaning of logout functionality? If I click logout, the application should be closed. Understanding, right? That is what logout functionality. What is reset functionality? What is meaning of reset functionality? If you click the reset, what will happen? It should be clear the data of username and password. See, so I'm always depends on the requirements and functionality. So that's the reason we do not have any coding knowledge, zero. If you don't know any coding knowledge also, you can easily survive. Don't ask me, I'm an MBA student, I'm a civil engineer, I'm electronics. No, not what are the field you are always welcome. Not required only a computer science. Okay, I don't know anything about the computer science. Yes, you're always welcome. So here what we need to do here, we always based on what requirements. The requirements they will provide, and functionality. All the functionality is not the same. Credit card functionality is different, debit card functionality is different. Based on the functionality you need to check. Login functionality is different, reset functionality is different, logout functionality is different. Based on the requirements and based on the functionality, we will test the application. Other than unit testing, because unit testing is done by the developers, other than unit testing, all other testing belongs to what? Black box testing. So please do not read this one. Okay, black box. Why we are calling it a black box? Because we are not see the code. Okay, so that's the reason we are calling that it's a black box testing. Here we are giving the input, you are getting the output. Okay, how you confirm this output is correct or not? How you will confirm, guys? You are giving input and it will do some process. Finally it will give the output, right? How you know that this output is correct or not? How you confirm? Anybody?
If out as per the requirements, it is
yes, correct, absolutely. As per the requirements. Okay, see, that's the reason I told you, right? The day one session, the day one, they will provide you what requirement documents. Okay, they will provide the requirement documents. Okay, based on the requirements and based on the functionality, I can test the application. Sorry, guys. So usually we can learn all these things, guys. No need to mug up, no need to read. You can easily answer in interview with the confidence. Okay, see, FRS document. Okay, what is called FRS? Functional requirement specification document. Okay, they will give you all the requirement documents. Okay, it's easily you can get into that area. Okay, they will provide all the documents, just you need to refer the document. I don't know what exactly will come, so because I don't know the code, but how I'm testing based on the requirements and functionality. See, here is what you say, that this page will have the fields like what? User ID will be there and password will be there. So you are understanding, right? So this page will have what? Login page have what? Two fields, like what is the field name? User ID and password. Yeah. Now the module, what there are now, if you are logging with admin, CEO is nothing but admin. If you log in with admin user ID, valid user ID, okay, valid user ID, valid password, click on login button. If you click on the login button, what page should come? Admin page should come. So clearly requirements is mentioned. If you log in with a CEO with valid user ID, valid password, click on the login button. It will take us to respective to what? Admin home page. If you are not see the admin home page, you are seeing the different page, then it is a bug. No need to ask whether it is bug or not. Actual result is not equal to expected result. How can you say it is a defect? How can you say it is a defect, guys? You can say that actual result is not equal to expected. What I'm expecting? Admin home page, but I'm not getting admin home page, I'm getting a different page. So that is a defect. Understanding, right? How can you say it is a defect? Actual result is not equal to expected result. What I'm expecting, if I log in with user ID, if I log in with password, click on the login button, I'm expecting what? Admin home page, but I'm not seeing the admin home page. I'm seeing the different other page. So actual result is not equal to expected result. What I'm expecting, that result is not getting. So that is a bug. That is a defect. Interview question. How can you say it is a defect? The people are saying reading, it is not working. This, you don't tell all the things. Simple one line you need to say. Actual result is not equal to expected result. Understanding, right? How can you say your test case is failed? My test case is failed. How you are saying that it is failed? Yes, actual result is not equal to the expected. What I'm expecting, the result is not getting. So that's the reason I can say that my test case is failed. How can you say your test case is passed? Actual result is equal to expected result. Actual result is what? Admin homepage. What I'm expecting? Admin homepage. I'm getting the both. Actual result and expected result both are the same. Means my test case is what? Pass. Understanding, right? So this is one of the most important how to learn these things. Okay, people are mug up the things, not required. Easily you can learn how your test case is passed, how your test case is failed. Yes, how you are saying that is a defect. You can simply say that actual result is not equal to the expected results. So black box testers, we can do any kind of testing, guys. We can do any kind of testing, any kind of application, because we never see the code. So that's the reason you can go for the SAP testing, you can go for the database testing, you can go for the network testing, you can go for the security testing, you can go with the performance testing, you can go in any area. There are a lot of wide area we have to get into this in the testing side. Developer means you need to learn only one area like Java or Python or that. But testing has a lot of scope will be there, but it purely depends on you. What is your interest on that? If you are in future you want to go with the database side, database testing, you can go with that. In future you want to go for a cloud testing, you can go with. In future you want to go for the performance side, you can go with the performance side. So there are a lot of ways we can get into the in that field. Understanding, right? So black box testing is always done by the testing team. So we can say that we never see the code. That's the reason we can call it as what? Black box testing. Here we are also following some techniques. What are their? Equivalency, partition, boundary value analysis, cause effect graphing. Okay, let's see. We will discuss all the things when the project will comes. But before that, I want to tell you one thing. One of the most interview question, BVA. What is called BVA? What is called BVA? Boundary value analysis. Now your question. Now what is your requirements? You need to test 5 to 500 numbers. How you will test, guys? Anyone tell me how to test this one? You need to test what is your requirement, 5 to 500 numbers. So you need to test each and every number. Okay, so how you will test this one? Any approach, any testing approach? How you will test this one? Can anyone have any idea how you will test? Your requirement is what? 5 to 5,000, right? So you need to test all the things. Like how you will test this one? What is your approach? Can anyone? How you will test this, guys? Okay. What is the minimum value? What is the minimum value? Minimum value.
5.
Yeah. What is the maximum value?
500.
500.
Yeah, 500. Yeah. So what is the range? Range is what? 5 to 500. Yeah. So here what you need to do, simple logic. Okay, boundary value analysis. Okay, boundary value analysis. So minimum value -1 and maximum value +1. So what you guys, can you put mute yourself? So minimum value -1. Okay, 5 minus 1, how much? 4, right? 4 is valid or invalid? 4 is
Invalid.
valid or invalid?
Invalid.
Invalid. So yeah, it should not allow, right? So you can do like that. Okay, minimum value -1 and maximum value +1. Okay,
Plus.
now yeah, it should not allow. If 4 is allowing, means it is a bug. Now you take the 5. 5 is valid or invalid?
Valid.
valid. Okay, range you can take in between any number. Okay, if one number it is working means logic will definitely it work. So you can take any value. Okay, you can test it with any value between in between the value. You can take 100, it should work. Okay, because it's an in between number. Okay, if it is not working means then it is a bug. Okay, next one is what maximum value is what 500. It should work. It should not. It should allow. And also you can check with what maximum value plus 1. Okay, 501 it should not allow. In case it is allowing means it is a bug. Understanding, right? So boundary value analysis means what? BVA is nothing but what? Boundary value analysis. Now my requirement is what? 5 to 500. Now I need to test the things. I cannot go with 5 6 7 8 9 up to 500. No one will test like that. Okay, it will take a lot of time. So what I can do is here I can use what? BVA. What is called BVA? Boundary value analysis. Okay, here I'm taking what? Minimum value 5 minus 1 4. It should not allow. In case it is allowing means then it is a bug. 500 plus 1 501 it should not allow. In case it is allowing means it is a bug. So you need to check like that. Okay, for everywhere we need to use what? Boundary value analysis. Understanding, right? BVA. So interview question, BVA is nothing but what? Boundary value analysis. See here the location, what is called location, is accept only what? 3 to 15. So here you can use the boundary value analysis. Can anyone tell me how we use the boundary value analysis here? Anybody? How we will use the boundary value analysis here? Minimum value is what? 3. Maximum
Minimum
value is
value
what?
and we'll take
15.
maximum
15.
value.
Yeah. Yes. Minimum
Yeah.
value minus 1 means what? 2.
Yeah,
2
minus
should
1.
not allow. Yeah.
Invalid.
15 plus.
Invalid.
Yeah. Yes. 15 plus 1, 16. Invalid.
16
So
should not
like,
allow.
yeah. Yeah. That's the reason. That's a very, very important one. Boundary value analysis. Minimum value minus 1 and maximum value plus
Minimum
1.
value.
So that's simple logic, right? No need to work all the things. Simply you can test this one. 5 minus 1 4. 4 should not allow. If it is allowing means bug. No need to worry. No need to think too much. It is a bug because the requirement is clearly says that 5 to 500, but it is allowing 4. It's a bug. 500 more than 500 it is allowing, which is a bug. So while you are doing the testing, you need to check the boundaries. Okay, the boundaries also very, very important. Minimum value and maximum value, and the range, between the range also you need to check. So this kind of testing we can call it as what? Technique. Oh, sorry, the technique we can call it as what? BVA. BVA is nothing but what? A boundary value analysis. Okay, good guys. What are the types of testing? Anyone? What are the types of testing? Anybody? What are the types of testing, guys?
White
Types
box
of
testing.
White
White
box
box
and
testing, black box testing.
who will do the white box testing?
Developers.
developer.
Why? Yeah, why they need to do?
They have to
Because
check.
they know
Check the code.
They need to check the code whether it is working properly or not. Yes,
Or
correct.
not.
Yes, black box testing. How they will do the black box testing?
We can't
As
see the code.
functionality.
Black box testing. How they will do? Black box testers. How they will do the testing based on?
Requirement.
requirements and functionalities.
Functionality.
You need to say both. Only requirements is not requirements and functionality.
Functionalities.
Okay, good guys. Like that you need to speak, you need to talk, you need to communicate. Okay, thank you guys. Thanks for anybody have any questions? Sorry to anybody have any questions? Are you able to understand? You have any problems or concerns or anything? Let me know, guys. So next class will be on Monday itself. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good guys. Anybody have any questions? Last call. Sorry.
No, sir.
Okay, good. Excellent.
No,
Okay, thanks for your time, guys. We'll see on Monday. Don't worry, we will complete within the course, within the time, or we will complete. And we'll see API also. We'll see basic one part. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, thank you, guys. Thanks for your time.
Thank
We'll
you,
see
sir.
you on Monday.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
bye bye. Yeah, bye.
Bye bye.
Hello.